Now, I want to mention this. We have Tyler and his friends, right? He was going around social media saying that Tyler's an outstanding guy, he's innocent. However, the baby mama responded. Hey guys, welcome back to Human No Resource. We're doing episode 11 for Love is Blind season 7. The risk of falling in love.
The risk of falling in love. We left it off at that Great Gatsby party, right? Everybody was cool and confident. Hannah was so nonchalant about her fiance talking to her friend, right? Yeah. Best friend in the whole wide world. Well, anyways, her whole cover exploded when they went back to the apartment. She went immediately, wasted no time to say, so yeah, what were you and Katie talking about?
Yeah.
And he was like, and she said, you can't tell me? Can't help to explain. And he said, you're feeling some type of way. And she said, well, yeah, my best friend in the whole wide world talked to my fiance, right? You said you wanted some closure. Didn't you get the closure right now? I said, I never said I wanted closure. And she said, well, you wanted to talk to her. And he said, yeah, because I'm a man.
Why he had to say that part? It's like he wanted to convince himself, I'm a man. I'm not a little boy, I'm a man.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm a man. It just came out. Okay.
It came out, yeah. Now I want to stop on one thing. She just said, my best friend in the whole wide world is talking to my fiance.
She's delusional, for the love of God. Are you telling me you don't have friends in the real world?
Somebody put me in that reunion. I'm going to ask her that question. I said, did you really just said, my best friend, when did you guys meet?
Yeah.
At the show. Mm-hmm. And that already constitute the best friend in the whole wide world? Yeah. You're such an unreliable source. And guys, Nick the whole time was holding the answers like a hostage. He didn't want to give it to her. And he knows she was craving for it. And he said, isn't she your best friend? And she said, well, yeah. Go get the information from her. That was low.
Well, she is claiming her like a best friend, so I don't know.
And she was like, are you going to be mature? And he said, are you going to be mature? And she goes, listen, I made you from a boy into a man. And when she said that, he clocked it. And she noticed he got angry. She goes, listen, I just want to say I really love you so much. I think you're so fabulous. I think the world of you. La 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 la. I'm like,
she's so fake. I'm sorry. So there's 9 days till the wedding, and we have Garett and Taylor traveling to San Francisco to see her extended family. Unnecessary. Yeah. And Taylor is letting us know that she probably overreacted with the whole text gate.
She said, I looked into it, and yeah, there's no malicious intent involved. Guys, she used us as a confessional, okay? She's just like, I'll tell you something, guys.
With a little tripod.
But we got a little problem then. Because you said more than just that. You said, oh my God, there's too much red flags, right? Remember when he didn't tell her everything? She just, oh my God, the red flags are too much. So if this was okay, a little slip up, you said a lot of red flags. So what are we not noticing?
Yeah, sure. But I'm not going to really invest in them. But the thing is, they do meet up with her mother. And she did say something insightful a little bit. That, are you guys, I understand you guys are intellectually compatible, but are you feeling it? So I was like, that's something to really think about. And also she does say that, I really had to calm down your father so he could be acceptable about this union.
Oof. But her friends like him a lot. So now we get to Ashley and Tyler, and they were doing some kind of a fast race car driving. Listen, I did that 2 years ago, and I got 2 whiplashes. And I feel like the reason why I got it is because I used to doubt people when they say I got whiplash. I'd be like, so what? It's not a big deal. Guys, that is painful.
Yeah.
Painful, okay? Claim every dollar in your insurance. So they're having so much fun, and they started talking about some serious stuff. And she said, Tyler, now that the shock value is over, I want to let you know, I want you in my life no matter what. Okay? And he said, listen, I love you, baby. She goes, oh, let me finish, okay? Even though I didn't intend this for myself, the reward is worth it, and it's you. What is that?
That is some sappy Hallmark card kind of thing. I swear to God. No, that's does she not know that she's the prize and he's not it?
There you go, you said it. I'm like, she literally made him the prize.
Wow. So after that, we have Marissa and Ramses, and they're making chocolate muffins. Okay, now my question is, Selma, would you eat the batter? Would you try it?
No, because there is raw eggs. Who eats raw eggs? I'm sorry, I'm not going to eat it. No.
Anyway. That's delicious. What are you talking about?
Okay, go ahead and eat raw eggs. Now listen. This is the most interesting part, and let me go ahead and get my tea over here.
Okay.
Because when she told Ramses to go ahead and fill up our marriage certificate, he said, let me go catch a beer, because it's going to be a moment.
So he wants to be intoxicated to do that part. Guys, Ramses is getting annoying, and I'm soon going to be done with him.
Yeah. He's saying a lot of stuff. But anyways, tell me why, guys. When Ramses was filling the certificate, he forgot her birthday.
For a moment.
I mean, still.
Give it to him.
He was like, 1991, 1992.
Yeah.
And we've been together. Ladies, is the bar low?
Absolutely. At this
Is the
point.
bar low? Now we get to Hannah and Nick, and guys, this is the climax of their story, all right? And Hannah thinks we're stupid, but we clocked her work.
And we're not.
No, we're not stupid. We've been following what you've been saying, friend. Now, her and Nick have been talking before her friends come, and she tells them, did we resolve the issue? Is everything okay now? And he's like, yeah, I think we resolved the issue. I can be flirtatious, but, you know, I'm working on it. And she said, yeah, because you failed that first test, by the way.
Sure he did.
But anyways, my friends are here right now.
Apparently she's the head honcho in that group, right?
Literally, she's the HBIC
Oh my
of her friends
God.
group. But the funny thing is where's Katie? Where's your best friend, Hannah?
Where is Katie?
Yeah.
Your best friend in the world.
Yeah. She's not in this
And
group.
does Hannah and the other girl know about that?
Yeah.
Now, mind you guys, Nick and Hannah were bickering back and forth. And I have to say, that scene, it was so uncomfortable for her friends. Yeah.
They looked so disheveled, but they took that moment to say, you know what? We can see Hannah doesn't like Nick, so we're going to use this opportunity to jump him too.
And get their 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, and so they asked Nick, why now? Why now? Why you want to get married now? As if, like, they're trying to expose that he's on the show for, like, clout, right?
Yeah.
He gave a great answer. He said, I never loved anybody, but I'm at the stage right now in my life where I want to love somebody. I want to get married. I want to have a house. I want to do the whole shabil. And then again, Hannah jumped in. She goes, yeah, but are you ready? Hannah, we're going to stop you right there, okay? I feel like you exhausted all your talking points.
You're getting away with murder at this
Yeah.
point.
And now she's trying to confuse us, but we're not confusing. We're still on your track. We still got you. This is what's Hannah's problem. She has a bit of resentment.
Definitely.
A little bit of animosity towards this guy who's supposedly a man, but got away in life with doing the bare minimum. He got lucky.
He definitely did.
Some people pay his rent, or some people pay his phone bill, a lot of stuff. So this guy doesn't have to do that much. And you feel like it's so unfair. So you find every single possible opportunity to berate him about it. And here's where the big problem is. You actually want him to change because it's a requirement for your relationship to work.
And that's the part when she contradicts herself.
They mentioned maturity, social awareness, living space, all that stuff. And I think her friend said, those are actionable changes, okay? They're not who you are, but they're actually who you are. Okay, you gotta change who you are to align with maturity levels that she wants you to be at. You gotta change who you are to reach those social awareness that she wants you to be. There's a lot of, it's a two-way thing. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm not asking you to change, but I need you to change these things, but it's not who you are.
And the thing is, she has a lack of awareness about herself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Throw that back at her and her friends. But there was this one thing that she had a point on. She said, when you're married to someone, there's changes you make because it's a different dynamic, right? And then she said, you're a flirtatious guy, but now you have somebody in your life, which means you have to be constantly thinking about them, if they're going to like it or not. She's right on that, okay?
Yeah, but that was the personality that she fell in love with in the
And
beginning,
I think
right?
she was using the duck example, right?
Yeah, but I felt like he was just being playful.
Playful.
He
not
wasn't being
jealous.
flirtatious.
Being flirtatious, yeah.
Yeah.
So you might have some bit of insecurities you need to address
Definitely.
yourself, and maybe that's some changes you need to make. But I feel like she doesn't like whenever he says, "Do you want me to change or not?" She's like, "I'm not asking you to change." It's like she doesn't want that responsibility. Don't put it on me. But like under the table, yeah, I want you to change.
No, clearly we can see that she's very immature.
Like, be
and
bold
the thing
about
is,
it.
and the thing is, she does acknowledge that she has things that she needs to work on, right? But she doesn't want to do the work.
Such as?
Like when she was talking about that she knows she's hard. She knows that she's hard on him. She knows she's being tough on him and everything. But she still doesn't want to lay it off or just be kind to him or anything like that. She just want to continue bombarding this man.
Yeah, berating him, demasculating him, the whole thing.
So after that, we have Hannah and her mom, and they're sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
And apparently they were supposed to go out, try some wedding dresses. Now, Hannah asks her mom, "Have you prepared your speech for my wedding?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, of course, I have done that." And
Important
everything.
day for mom
Listen,
and
I
daughter.
want to point out you guys something. Look at her mom's body language. Her body is straightforward, right? Not even
Facing
her daughter at all.
And you know what I noticed?
What is it? Go ahead.
I noticed that the distance between two of them too. They're letting a lot of cold air in between them.
Exactly. I don't know what's going on between those two, but I think a lot of things had happened.
You can see the mom probably doesn't want to be in her
Freaking
company.
drained.
Yeah. Anyways, Hannah
Check it out.
confesses to her mom that things are not where it needs to be with me and Nick.
Yeah, she said he doesn't match me financially. He doesn't match me creatively. He doesn't match me intellectually. His humor doesn't match my humor. And I'm like, well,
My
damn.
girlfriends don't even like him too.
Yeah. And I was, the whole time I was saying, about time, Hannah. Like, why? You should have said that in the beginning.
But I do even want to mention that her mom said to her, like, I love you. I want you to be happy. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what you think. Make the decision. I feel like Hannah wants her mom to chime in and help with the decision making, but it looks like her mom doesn't want to give her. Maybe she has a history in her path where she told her mom, you made me did this. It's because of you. You know what I mean?
Or she's afraid if her daughter yells at her and goes crazy. That's what it is.
After all of that, her mother's like, but I love you. And the girl's like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, Hannah, that's your mother.
Like, hold on. I'm not going to blame everything on Hannah, too.
I do.
Nick has some problem in this, and we're going to get to his trouble soon.
So now we're at the part where all the girls are trying some beautiful wedding dresses. And I know a lot of people are saying they don't care about this part. I do care about this part.
I sort of do.
Yeah. So we have Ashley and her mom and her cousin, right? And I have to say, her mom is super beautiful.
A doll.
Yeah. But very naive because she said, I got to know Tyler very well. I'm like, sweetheart, are you kidding me? Do you not know he's the demon or something like that? Or narcissist?
That's where Ashley got it from.
Definitely.
How'd you like her dresses, though?
The first one, listen, I kind of like the design for the first one, but I like the second one because it definitely hugged her body very well. It fitted her very well.
Remember our method that we always do, Love is Blind. Whoever keeps the wedding dress of the fitting, they're going to say no.
Yes.
If they change it, they're gonna say yes. Now we get to Marissa, and her mom and her best friend were together. And now she puts on a dress, and Marissa doesn't like it. She said it makes me like a little child. It's not sophisticated. But her mom was like, oh my God, you look like my little baby when you were wearing a tutu back in the days and all that stuff. And her friend was like, and that's the reason why she shouldn't get this dress, because she's not a little girl anymore. And then,
okay, give her mom her moment.
And then Marissa was like, yeah, mom. She activated Marissa, and Marissa
and she shut it down quickly.
Yeah. But I really liked her mom. Her mom did a rebound real quick. And she looked at her friend. She said, how does it feel that your friend from high school is getting married?
Sweating.
Petty crimes. Petty crimes.
Yeah.
But this is the biggest crime, okay? When Nick Lachey was with the boys, he asked the question, who's ready to get married? Boys. Only Tyler said, I'm ready, or me. All the rest of the guys, including Garett, was like, But Ramses said this, which was crazy for me. And I told you guys, he's not going to say what you want to hear. He's going to say something close to what you want to hear. He said, every time I see Marissa, all my concerns and doubts just fade away. I'm so excited to be on the altar and to see her walking down the aisle. That's verbatim what he said. Now, to me, he didn't say I want to marry her.
He likes the whole idea of, walking in the aisle and everything.
Yeah.
But he didn't say, I'm down for this.
Can't wait to marry her.
Compared to Tyler, who's like, he's definitely in this.
See his words? He plays out word games.
I think he's like, his braids, like, or whatever, that dreads he has.
Too tight.
Now, I want to mention this before I forget it.
Uh-oh.
Now, in the men's fitting room, okay, we have Tyler and his friends, right? He was going around social media saying that Tyler's an outstanding guy, he's innocent. What he's saying is true, right? However, the baby mama responded back to him and said, you know what? This is the proof. He retracted his words, you guys. He definitely retracted. He didn't know what was really actually going on.
Fortunately, we have the downfall of Nick and Hannah's relationship.
About time.
We saw this coming. Let's not get surprised, all right? I'm still considering that this is a Russian roulette game. They both are waiting who's going to pull the trigger. Hannah was like, I'll pull the trigger because you are uncontrollable and you're getting too close to the wedding. And I don't want to embarrass myself. Anyway, she said, listen, Nick, there's 5 takeaways or 5 things that were not met in our relationship. Ego, confidence, social awareness, delusional, and respect. These were not met. And here we are right now, and I feel like I am not confident to say yes to you and marry you. And that's a wrap. Now, this is my problem with Nick, because I told you guys he's not so innocent too. I feel like when you tell somebody, let's say throw the garbage once, twice, 3 times, right? You should already something kick in to say, oh, let me throw the garbage the 4th time on my own, right? I feel like Nick knows that he doesn't want to marry this girl, but doesn't know how to say it to her. So he acts out all the things she don't like so it can irritate her and push her to the limit where she has to be the one pulling the trigger right now is to say no. And the reason why I say that, hold on, because I feel like Hannah, she's so controlling as well that she doesn't want to drag this till the end, okay? She want to just cut her losses and say no. Nick, on the other hand, he could take a sweet time all he wants. When she called him to say, I don't want to blindside you, let's talk about it, he said, okay, then how could we say this in a way where we don't look bad? It's like, oh.
And I'm absolutely on his side.
So what was this about then? Why do you care about that?
No.
You're about to lose your own women, Nick. I mean, I know Hannah has a lot of her problems, but I don't want to ignore the things that she's saying. Like she said, Nick always has a way to make himself look good in front of friends and family. Like he's always afraid to look bad on camera. But then he says this thing when it was like a one-on-one. He said, I never had an ulterior motive being on the show. Who says that? Like, you know what I mean? It's like he's cleaning up that final image of himself right now, saying, I really loved that. You're the one for me. Slow down.
Interesting.
But in the flip side, you're the one who said that. She berates me, disrespect me.
But that's true, though.
No, she does. But then why are you saying, this is gonna hurt me? This is all that stuff. When somebody disrespects you so much, those emotions fade away. I don't feel that strong of you anymore. I'm actually happy we're gonna be separating.
Listen. This woman, at this point, I don't blame him. This lady has been berating him.
Of course.
Verbally abusing him throughout this whole time, okay?
Yep.
He lost his confidence. He's not the little Nick we know anymore, okay?
Right. He might be responsible in the dismantling of that relationship, too. By not doing the things she wanted him to do, because why the hell is she repeating the same thing all the time? You know what I mean?
No, you have a point. So there is 4 days from the wedding, and we have Marissa and Ramses on some type of hot tub boat. It's not a yacht. It's kind of weird at this point.
Yeah.
Other than that, Marissa brings up the fact that she's doing a lot, okay? She has school. She has,
commuting back and forth.
Exactly.
Preparation of the wedding.
Yeah. And he said to her, the audacity, you guys, the audacity. He said to her, well, I was just really focusing on you and I.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, what are you talking about? If you really focus on you and her, you would know she's stressed out of her mind, and you would take some of those responsibilities.
Alleviate that responsibility. You're
Like
so
the
freaking
wedding.
lazy. You're so lazy, and you're so clear on what you're saying too. Remember when she told him that, are you gonna bring a gift for my mom? He said, okay, so hold on. We weren't specific about like the locations about the wedding or like where we're gonna meet up, like because you think 1,000 kilometers per hour.
Are you insulting me at this point?
Yeah. Just
I will
say,
cut you.
Yeah, just say, Ramses, you don't want to get a gift or an invest in her because you don't see anything going to materialize. You're going to go to the altar, say nays to her, didn't invest anything, walk out. That's it. Just be real. Just be real.
He also said that his Guyana family don't know that he's getting married. Yeah.
Now we get to Ashley and Tyler, and they're doing skydiving, which I believe is a sin. Why would you ever test God's gravity?
Whoa, okay.
But anyway, she said that's something she wanted to do all her life before she gets married. So fine, allow it. Now, this is the part that kind of threw me off. When Ashley and Tyler were having something to munch on, she said, oh my God, if I can do this, if I can tackle this, we can tackle anything. Hopefully we can tackle having children. He said, I don't think it's a fear of mine, having children. And she said, no, but...
So if I had a
more than
red
that.
flag, I'll be waving it.
But
Ashley.
she was saying it's more than that. Like I have to push a child outside of me, and it's like, yeah, no.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's not that.
Because he's a mass producer. Like that, he just wanted to produce children out here.
It makes me. If I was Ashley, I'd be like, you don't think having children is a challenge? Like, first of all, it's a physical
Aspect of it.
having children, but how about raising them financially, all that stuff? That's the best time to start questioning
Because
if
it
he
seems
does
like
that,
he wants to make her a baby mama.
and then leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not help with the raising them, the financial responsibility, all that
Because
stuff.
God knows that he doesn't even do it for his other 3 kids.
Anyways, let's get to Marissa and Ramses, and they have this weird, intense moment. We were like, what's going on here? What's going on? It looks like she's consoling him. Now we said to ourselves, we're going to pause right here,
He has doubts, you guys.
which we already know.
Yeah, guys, and at this point, please like and subscribe to our video, and bye now.